Hello, everyone out there in the streaming and podcast world. We are the Techie Talon Show. My name is Techie. That's Talon.
And I'm Talon.
All right, guys. This is a special episode tonight. This is our fifth episode of the Techie Talon Show.
And we've been absent because Techie's been sick.
Yeah, sorry, guys. I have been extremely sick. That's why we canceled the show over the weekend.
You couldn't even talk. Your voice was shot to hell, bro.
It was. It really was. It was.
Last time I talked to you before we canceled the show, your voice sounded like a frog. It was croaky, and you were just not well.
No, it really wasn't.
I'm glad you're better now.
Thanks, man. So am I. I'm already on the booze.
Good. I know. I can definitely tell. All right.
How are you, though?
Man. I'm good, man. I have been busy trying to now that Supernova has been officially confirmed. Now I'm in con mode.
Woohoo!
Sporadically, I've been trying to work on two costumes at once. One I'm upgrading, and one that's not finished yet. I still got to stitch the cape and get everything ready for him.
Yeah,
it's a nightmare, and I'm slowly losing my mind from it. But it happens. It's what I got to deal with.
It does.
Yeah, it happens. It does.
It does. All right. Well, we've got a bit of a show tonight. A couple of topics we'll be talking about. If you're not noticing, this guy on my shirt here, we've got a couple of topics about that on the show tonight.
Oh, I'm terrible. I'm wearing something that I got from Zing, but I love it so much. So I don't represent, but I do know there are a couple of things involving that symbol and the meaning of that symbol and where that character comes from that we're going to get into. So there's a couple of things. So let's first and foremost.
I think we should talk about the first topic tonight. Will actually be the Kathleen Kennedy is still Lucasfilm's president.
I'm sorry, I have to say this. I need to get this off my chest. I'm not the biggest fan of Kathleen Kennedy because, for reasons, I do believe she was one of the main people that screwed up with the sequels and having no plan. Other than that, that's my personal opinion. But you're right. She's not leaving as CEO of Star Wars. They've officially confirmed that. I think her publicist came forward or something like that, or was it just a statement that she gave?
No, it was during a Q&A portion of the Walt Disney's annual shareholders meeting. And Chapwick was asked if Disney would fire Kennedy and promote someone like Dave Filoni or Jon Favreau. And he came back saying, we've been absolutely thrilled that we can have the kind of talent in our company, the likes of Kathy Kennedy, to run Lucasfilm. We look forward to having Kathy directing the activities of the entire Lucasfilm organization for many years to come.
Oh, God. No, not many years to come. Okay, that's just... Talon, keep your personal feelings out of this. I mean, I know you're not the biggest fan, but again, look, I'm being biased. She's not that bad. I do believe that she was one of the main people that screwed up with the Star Wars sequel, especially with The Rise of Skywalker, which is not my favorite Star Wars movie. Far from it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Star Wars, though, my ranking of Star Wars movies, Rise of Skywalker is not the most hated. My most hated, I think you'll agree with this, it's the holiday special.
We don't talk about that.
Neither does George Lucas. Anyway.
It doesn't count anymore. My most hated one is actually Attack of the Clones.
Oh, that's another one for me. Good God almighty. I don't like sand. It's rough, it's coarse, and gets everywhere.
It felt like a romantic movie. It didn't feel like Star Wars.
It felt like a romantic comedy with Anakin and Padme alongside the ride Obi-Wan Kenobi. I will admit, though, they did do some scenes right, especially with Anakin's mother's death and the rage you can see, and you could see his Vader. Like, you can see Vader. That's what I saw. That was one of the main things that I loved. But everything else... I mean, the Yoda fight with Count Dooku, that was amazing. I love that.
Yeah, that was cool.
But everything else, meh. I'd rather watch. I would rather watch Phantom Menace and Revenge of the Sith. More Revenge of the Sith than Phantom Menace, because the Phantom Menace is just boring political stuff. When Revenge of the Sith is about, Anakin's descent into the dark side, which is a far more interesting story. Anyway,
Yeah.
we're off topic. So she's not leaving as CEO of Star Wars. I'm keen to see what else she does.
Look, for me, I have this belief here that we've got a lot to thank her for.
We do.
We've got a lot to thank her for. Star Wars was dead.
It was dead.
It was
buried after Revenge of the Sith because Disney, because at the time George Lucas wasn't going to make anymore, because he considered after the prequels, he was just like, I'm not going to do any more Star Wars movies, even though I knew he had a script written. He didn't want to direct anymore because he just felt burnt out from doing the prequels. And I think once he sold it to Disney. Now, at the same time, no, I'm not saying Disney have been good with Star Wars. They have been good with some of their Star Wars, especially like Mandalorian, the TV shows. Some of their movies are good, but I do believe they screwed over George Lucas by not accepting his scripts for the sequels. That's another gripe I have. But other than that, they're good with the television shows.
We don't know what the scripts really look like. We don't know what the scripts look like. I still think that they have saved it because Star Wars was dead. There was no games. There wasn't really any new books that were coming out. The only game that was in the hindsight was 1313.
And they cancelled that.
Yeah, well, Disney cancelled that. Yeah,
I would have loved to have seen it, because that demo that they showed before LucasArts went under, it looked really promising. I really loved it because it's like exploring like a whole new realm of Coruscant, because you're literally descending into Coruscant. You're going down further and further down to levels that we've never seen before, and I would have loved to have seen that because the combat looked cool. It wasn't Force. It wasn't using the Force and lightsabers. It was blaster combat using cover and strategy and that, and it looked cool. And I guess we'll never see the light of day, which is
you never know. Never say never.
You never say never. I mean, EA did give us a pretty good single-player Star Wars game. They gave us Star Wars, Jedi Fallen Order, which was really good. I still have that game, and I cannot wait for the sequel whenever they announce it.
Yeah, but look, I think Kathy, she needs to stick to what she strives in, and that is producing.
Yeah, exactly. Producer. I was going to say that.
Don't get involved much into with the creatives. That's just bad blood. I mean, look, she saved Solo. The directors were going off script, off tangent, ad-libbing a lot of things. The movie was doomed. She came in, fired them, brought in Ron Howard to fix it up. Now, I know people think that's not the best movie, but still, in my opinion, I think it was pretty good for what they could do.
I agree.
We've got to thank her for that. We've got to thank her for the new canon novels. We've got to thank her. We've got to thank her for obviously Mandalorian. Disney Plus wouldn't be as successful if it wasn't because of that show.
Without Mandalorian,
that was the only Disney Plus exclusive show that came out on launch day.
And everyone was for it. And yeah, I still am. I can't wait for season 3. Whenever I can't wait for the Book of Boba Fett, because it's gonna.
And now look at what we've got. We've got the Book of Boba. We have Mandalorian season 3. We have an Ahsoka Tano live action series that I would never thought we would ever get. We've got the Obi-Wan Kenobi series,
Andor as well.
Andor.
Yeah.
We also have the High Republic movie that's supposedly coming. We also have a movie coming from Taika Waititi, Kevin Feige,
and a bunch. It's going to be a jam-packed.
We've got a lot to thank her for. We've also got the Squadron movie, being done by Patty Jenkins.
Yeah, which is going to be
directed
cool.
Wonder Woman.
Is Gal Gadot going to be Wonder Woman in a ship?
Actually, I would kind of love. I would love to see Gal Gadot in a Star Wars movie.
That would be interesting. Also, I love the fact that Patty Jenkins could like somehow throw a Wonder Woman Easter egg into like her Star Wars movie, but I doubt that would happen because I think for licensing purposes she wouldn't be allowed because Disney, Warner Brothers,
I don't know.
Maybe.
Star Trek, dude. They threw in
Star Trek.
R2.
Yeah, they did. That's right. They did too. I remember that. That was fucking hilarious. Get laughing.
And Aquaman. Annabelle's in it.
Yeah, I remember that. That was creepy. I was just like, I was watching a scene. I was like, hang on a second. Is that Annabelle?
Yeah.
What is Annabelle doing here?
So, look, I think Kathleen, we have a lot to thank her for, but she has fucked up on the sequels. She did. Hands down agree with that.
Hmm.
But in saying that, if things do go tits up, I would rather have Filoni step in.
Yeah, I agree.
He was Lucas's apprentice.
Yeah, because
literally,
George and Dave,
both
trust each other, and George actually fucking trusts Dave Filoni. And his thing, we wouldn't have Clone Wars without Dave Filoni.
No.
You would not have Clone Wars without Dave Filoni. You wouldn't have Rebels without Dave Filoni.
We've got Bad Batch coming now too because of Dave Filoni.
Exactly, because of Dave Filoni.
I think he's probably been asked, and he's like, I don't want to do that. I want to stay as a creative because otherwise, all he'll be doing will be a producer, overseeing, going to business meetings, have no creative input, and that's not good for Filoni.
It's not good for
as much as I would love it, but he needs to stay as a creative.
I think it'd be spoiling his talents. So again, Kathleen Kennedy staying as CEO. While I'm personally not really happy with that, that's me personally. But if it's good for business and helps give us more Star Wars movies and television shows, I'm for it.
Force Awakens. This is what you got to give to him. Somebody.
Force Awakens was good.
The Force Awakens was the #1 domestic box office champion of all time. Rogue One was the 13th. Was number 13 at the domestic box office of all time.
Yeah.
Last Jedi, number 9. Solo, 189. Rise of Skywalker, the 14th. And Mando, the main reason Disney Plus is being successful.
Yep. Everyone loved Force Awakens. I still like Force Awakens because it felt like a new Star Wars story that was continuing on the legacy of the originals. But after that, I don't feel it.
No. What they need to do, as they said, that there was no plan. This comes back to Kathy, and this I get. Rian Johnson came in and went, all right, I'm going to go this route, right? And she's like, okay, go ahead, do whatever you want.
She should have put her foot down and said, no, we already have a route. Did you not watch the last movie?
But exactly, this is what she should have said. Ryan, no, thank you. That we want this to happen, and this to happen. But here's the problem. They didn't have a plan, so she couldn't say. She couldn't say that.
No,
but she needed to. She needed to because now look at the clusterfuck of Rise of Skywalker. They've had to bring in somebody else. Snoke was supposed to be the big bad. There were no answers. There were no answers at all. They just grabbed things and made it a story and a plot for Rise of Skywalker. They were, we don't know anything. We need to finish this up. We need to answer this one, answer this one, answer this one, answer this one.
I think when it comes down to with the Rise of Skywalker is J.J. Abrams had a vision for it in Force Awakens. I really wish he was director for fucking The Last Jedi, but I think he left for...
he didn't want to. He wanted to start it. And then they begged him to come back to...
Rise of Skywalker. Because Rian Johnson fucked up. The director... even Mark Hamill said that Rian Johnson's version of Luke is not the Luke that he knows.
Yeah. Now, the thing is as well... This is a bit of an issue, though, with Kathy. There have been multiple times where different directors have left due to creative differences.
Exactly.
Because she has put herself in those creative shoes. Instead of being the president, you can be there, but you shouldn't have creative input. Stay with the producing. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what you're good at. Stay with it.
But she put her own creative input in there. And I think it wasn't Rise of Skywalker or was it Last Jedi she put her creative input in? I think it was both of them, wasn't it?
I think it was both. Actually, I think all three, really.
And I think she realized that she needs to not do that because
exactly. She realized.
Good producer. Look at the success. Good creative.
Look at the success with Mando. She's realized what she's done, and she's trying to fix that. You can see her trying to fix it, which is why I'm okay. And I think that's why Disney as well is giving her another shot. I think if anything else fucks up, we'll be hearing a different story.
It's different with Gina Carano because Gina Carano was given multiple warnings about, hey, don't do that. Please stop doing that. It's ridiculous. You need to stop. But
it's not just that, but it was that's a whole different ballpark too. This is business. This isn't political statements. This is just her making really poorly bad decisions. You know,
excuse me.
But yeah. I'm okay. I think she might do a good job. We'll see what happens. But I reckon this might be your last shot. In saying that, though, her contract ends this year.
Yeah, so
he might just.
Yeah.
Oh. That's bad press. You never know. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, I don't know. Well, Cousin County not leaving a CEO of Star Wars. What you guys' thoughts about that? Leave it in the comments there, and we'll see what you guys think. Okay, let's move on.
All right. I think we should go into the DC world.
Because in a couple of days.
We'll get to that one. But I was actually going to start with the Batman has wrapped production.
Yes. Oh, I saw Matt Reeves posted on Twitter a photo of one of the still frame of one of the
gear packed away with the
tape over it and be like, hey, we're officially wrapped. I'm like, it's done. Still gotta wait a year though.
Unfortunately, I was really hoping that they'd actually change it and say,
hey,
we
don't know. I mean, isn't that what happened with wasn't that with Robert Downey Jr.? He did something with Endgame.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I think he had Endgame released early. Like he actually got the movie to be released early.
All right, so I've just got up a page here from the Hollywood Reporter. Matt Reeves posted a picture with the clackerboard in plastic, all in boxes, with the hashtag last day, hashtag the Batman. Now, I'm not sure if you knew this, but Jeffrey Wright, who is playing Commissioner Gordon, also made a post.
Oh, did he? I didn't know that.
Yeah. He said, Gordon out, ... for now. 1 year exactly after the shutdown. Some ride.
Oh my God.
He's teasing a sequel. But in saying that, hasn't he got his own show coming?
Yeah, that's the Gotham PD show that's coming.
Yeah.
I'm keen to see that.
I'm really keen. I hope this does DC justice, which we'll get to later. Justice. But
Justice.
Look, I cannot wait for this movie. I know people have been bagging the crap on Robert Pattinson being cast.
They haven't even. We've only seen one trailer. We've seen one teaser trailer.
Oh no, I think the trailer changed people's minds. But when it got cast,
a lot of people gave
a lot of people weren't happy. The guy from Twilight.
The guy from Twilight. Why would you do that? It's so dumb. Oh, sparkly vampire.
But
I knew.
But none of those have seen his other movies.
No, he has some really good indie films. He has some amazing indie films.
Fantastic actor.
He's really good in Tenet.
The Lighthouse.
The Lighthouse is fucking creepy, man. It is
Yeah.
messed up. William Dafoe and Robert Pattinson are just both losing their minds. And I love the fact that there's no color in it. It's all black and white, which makes it even
Yeah.
more gruesome.
Yeah.
Like,
He's a fantastic actor, and I cannot wait to see.
I think this movie is either gonna make him or break him, and I really hope it makes him. I don't want it to break him because this has the potential to be a good Batman story because it's so different. Because it's not like any
We are
other
seeing the
seen.
detective. They have said that we will be actually seeing the detective.
And he is a detective, and that's what he is. He's the world's greatest detective. This is meant to be a detective noir film, and I think Matt Reeves is a great director. I mean, he directed War for the Planet of the Apes. He did that whole franchise, that whole new ones with Andy Serkis as Caesar, and that was really good. I love that, and
Yeah.
I am keen to see what he does with Rob Pattinson's Batman. I mean, we've got for the first time ever, he's not facing the Joker, he's not facing, Ra's al Ghul, he's facing the Riddler, and he's facing Penguin. But the crazy thing is, it's not like a goofy Riddler. It's a cold, manipulative, very intelligent.
He's terrifying.
Riddler. He is absolutely terrifying. Yeah. And that's what the Riddler is. In the comics, he's ruthless. He's not called Edward Enigma. He's called Eddie Nash, but he changed his name to Edward Enigma to be, Enigma, to be the Riddler.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that I love how the way Paul Dano sounds, especially with the voice modulator, because I was watching a YouTube video about 2 months ago. Someone actually took the trailer and they lowered it down to get rid of that voice modulator. You actually can hear Paul Dano's voice talking as Riddler. So it is him talking.
Oh.
It's not some other. Yeah, that's it. I was really fascinated by it. I also really loved how people who have actually taken. Now, first and foremost, a lot of people have been saying things about the suit.
I love the suit.
So I actually enjoy it. So,
and
I've had said there's some little nitpick.
And this is where people forget, right? This movie is like year 2 or year 3 of him being Batman, right?
Year 2. It is his second year.
So he hasn't got the gadgets that we know him to have later on. What I do love is that he's used a gun for the bat symbol. That I find really intriguing. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, the gun that killed his parents is literally the pieces of that he put into his armor, and that's the bat symbol. I also really loved as well. It's not the classic looking. It's just 2 wings. There's no emblem there. But from what
actually there is.
There is just wings in that. There is like some
the way that the armor, the chest armor comes up actually makes like
the ears and that. And
makes the ears.
Oh shit! I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to go look at the suit again. I need to go double check. I haven't seen it in a while. I haven't seen the suit in a while. I definitely need to watch that trailer again. Just it's such a good trailer. When it first came out, I kept watching it and watching it. I was just like, fuck, this is cool. And I will say though, I do have a couple little nitpicks with the suit myself. Only small ones. The
ears.
It's the ears. The cowl looks okay, but just the ears look a little too pointy. They don't have any type
pointy and pretty short.
Pointy and pretty short. I mean, Affleck's suit, that's different because Affleck's suit's based on Frank Miller's. I think this is a suit of design. It's like a mixture of suits, and I'm actually all for it. But from what Cosplay Chris was saying, because he did some behind the scenes stuff looking into this movie, apparently there's more than one suit. There's going to be another suit.
Supposedly,
I
reckon we'll get it right at the end.
Or they showed in the trailer, so this is not a spoiler. There's a scene where you see Batman just get blown up by a car inside a church and he goes flying. I think his suit gets destroyed, and I think I think he makes another suit, a proper suit, maybe a suit made by Lucius Fox, perhaps something.
Could
like
be. That. Could very well be. That's a good point.
Yeah, because like that said, like is always going to be making a new suit. I mean, Batman does that. I mean, for God's sake, he did it. He's done it in the Arkham series. He did it for 3 of the Arkham series. He did an upgraded suit in between Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, and then eventually in Arkham Knight, he finally wears that liquid that really cool looking suit with all the machine parts and moving parts and everything. I really love that suit. It's my favorite suit. And he upgraded the car, the Batmobile, everything. He upgraded the Batmobile and everything. It's really cool.
Now, I have to talk about the Batmobile too in this movie.
I fucking love it. It's a muscle car, for God's sake.
It feels so Mad Max.
I know.
Fucking love it. I absolutely love it. Now, I have a question for you too. Now, this is for when it comes out on physical release. Do you think, which I hope we do, because they said it's like a noir type film.
Mm-hmm.
I want a black and white version.
Oh, that would be so good for a black and white version. I really hope they do that because
they did it for Wolverine, for Logan, yeah.
Yeah,
and they did it for Mad Max Fury Road.
They did, and it just makes it. It just makes it look. I don't know what it is. It just makes it look noir. Better.
Because it's noir, I reckon it would dominate it. I think it would fucking work.
It'd be great. Now, they haven't released another trailer yet. Ever since they showed the other trailer, maybe that now the film has officially wrapped. I really hope we get another trailer this year. Like, I'm excited for that. I really want another one.
Hands down, we'll be getting another trailer. I reckon. I know that Comic-Con isn't happening this year, but I reckon we will still get trailers dropping around that time. You got to build up the hype.
I agree.
You got to build up.
Yeah, you got to build up.
I mean, we've got Suicide Squad coming out this year on HBO Max as well,
which is crazy because is that just going to be HBO Max or is that going to be a cinema release?
I don't know. All I know is that that's coming to HBO Max, and supposedly in December on HBO Max, we're getting The Matrix 4.
Oh, I really hope that HBO Max and stuff like that is not the future of movies. I still want to go to the cinemas and watch a movie.
So do I, but I think currently in the States, it's its only option.
Yeah, that's it. A bit
Whereas
different
here, we are lucky.
We're lucky.
We have got, Wonder Woman 1984 came out on HBO Max exclusive in the States, but we got a physical release here. Well, not physical, but movie cinema release.
I haven't even seen it yet. I haven't seen Wonder Woman 1984 yet. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, look, it's okay. It's not the best.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people were saying. They said it was trash compared to the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Which is a damn shame because it got hyped up to be this big movie, especially with the villain that we're bringing in. They were bringing in one of Wonder Woman's best villains, like Cheetah, and I love Cheetah. And Maxwell
hardly got used.
She hardly got used, which I heard about. But again, that's for another time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Back to the Batmobile, you were saying about it. Chris was talking to a bunch of people about it. Apparently, one of those guys he actually got in touch with, Cosplay Chris we're talking about, he actually said that he was on set and he's heard that car. That car is a monster. It is so fucking loud. It puts all the other Batmobiles to shame, including Keaton's, which I was like, Keaton's Batmobile is my favorite Batmobile out of all the Batmobiles. It is classic. I don't care what anyone says. I would love to see more of that car, but at the same time, though, I don't think that'd be wise because it's for Keaton. But that car, from what we know, Patterson's Batmobile, it sounds like a monster.
My favorite Batmobile is Adam West's.
I know. A lot of people love Adam West. I like Keaton's one because I've learned so much how they built it.
I think for me, it's because it's a car that you can easily make.
Yeah, absolutely.
And on top of that,
it's Adam West.
It's not just that it's Adam West, but it actually shows all these really cool gadgets that the Batmobile can use. Whereas in the recent movies, it's like, oh, cool, we got a gun, we've got it bulletproof.
Guns. It's bulletproof. Oh, look, it fires flares.
Yeah. You know,
are we talking about Ben Affleck's one here?
I'm talking about even they use guns in the Dark Knight one.
Yeah, but like again, every single Batmobile has to suit their Batman. You know, Adam
Yeah.
West, television show, the car and that. It
It
had to be a
does.
real car because
The
it's from a
thing was,
television show.
Batman, he hates guns, and that's why I love the Adam West one, because it didn't require any guns. It just required these really cool gadgets.
You know what? I just realized something. The Kilmar one and the Clooney one didn't have any guns on them.
That's true.
Like, here's the thing, okay? I know a lot of people give Batman Forever like a lot of shit. I don't care. I used to actually hate on Batman Forever, but now I've grown to appreciate it because of Val Kilmer. I really wish he had not had that stroke and you know, ruptured his whole vocal cord. He fucked his throat. Yeah. I would have loved to have seen him stay on as Batman because he could do Bruce Wayne. If they'd given him a better suit, like for instance, they did give him a better suit towards the end of the movie. They gave him a really awesome sonar suit. I really loved the Batmobile in that. Take away the giant fucking wing on it and just have the two bottom wings and like some type of flat surface on the top there. I would have loved that Batmobile. I still love it. It's just one little design option. Get rid of the giant wing. Other than that, though, that Batmobile was fucking cool. It looked awesome. It looked like a Batmobile. And also, it had no guns. It just had like grappling hooks and all different type of effects. Kilmer's Batman was very, very tech savvy with all of his gadgets and everything like that. Yeah. I really loved it. I cannot say the same thing for George Clooney's Batmobile. I hate that Batmobile so much. It's so dumb. It's such a stupid design.
I know that it's a stupid design.
That whole though, I'm on Chris's side about this. The suits that were made for the actors are works of art. They are beautiful, especially. Yeah, I know everyone looks at nipple going, yeah, why? But you gotta understand, Joel Schumacher was inspired by the Greek gods, and they had nipples on them, so that's why they made them. And that's why I loved Robin's suit. Robin's suit in that movie is my favorite.
Robin's suit is pretty good. It's really good. Like that.
Mr. Freeze's suit was fucking epic. It looked really cool. It looked like Mr. Freeze's suit.
And one thing I have to actually say, they did Bane pretty good.
Oh, I'm on the opposite side of that fence. To me, I hate that version of Bane. So stupid. Bane is never meant.
I hate Tom Hardy's Bane.
Oh, see, I'm on the fence about that. I actually like Tom Hardy's version. If they had
the reason why I love the Batman and Robin Bane,
because he wore the actual comic book accurate mask.
Well, not only that, but he also required the venom that he uses. Whereas in The Dark Knight Rises, he fucking doesn't. The other thing is that Bane was born in a prison.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
Well, the thing is, we don't know where he was born in that because, again, I have to agree with you on this. When it comes to Nolan's Bane, they had to put him in a realistic world because that was whole Nolan's idea. Batman in a realistic world. I mean, you can't just give Bane just the venom because that would make no sense. So what they did was they gave him he still wore his mask, but it was a pain relief in there. It was like almost, it was constantly keeping his pain at bay.
True.
But at the same time, it calls it his venom. That's what I called it. And also, that Bane kicked the shit out of Batman and broke his vertebrae. True. The other one, the other George Clooney one, all he did was just grab him a couple of times and somehow fight terribly. Yeah. The fight scenes in Batman and Robin make me laugh so much. Also, the ending fight when they're up the telescope, it's all fucking wire work. Everyone's just dangling around like some circus. And also, I just hated how it looked because, God, I'll go on like a whole hour-long rant of how I think Batman and Robin, from a production standpoint, it's like the worst thing ever. If you want a good video to watch, and of sharing my hatred for Batman and Robin, look up Chris Stuckman's hilariosity of Batman and Robin that he did with the flick pick. It's a great time. It's like 45 minutes of them just trashing this movie because it is a godforsakenly terrible movie. So the suits, I do believe, are works of art. Everything else, so what the fuck were they thinking?
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, I'm thinking about making a new prop. I'm going to make a Batman credit card. What do you think?
That'll be good.
Yeah, never leave the cave without it. Why?
All right,
let's move on.
all right. In more DC talks, let's have a little Snyder cut that's coming out on Thursday.
One more day. We've got one more day. We have one more day. We've got tomorrow, and then
maybe two.
No, maybe. Oh, look, I don't know. I hope. Binge is where we're going to watch it because we don't have HBO Max here. They said March 18th, so I'm going to hold them to that because if I log in on March 18th...
It will be out on March 18th, but I reckon it'll come out at like 5:30 because then it'll hit March 18th over in the States as well. So then worldwide, it will be exactly on the 18th.
I'm probably gonna cry. I'm not even gonna like lie about it. I'm probably going to cry.
Yeah.
I mean, how long have we been waiting for this movie ever since 2017?
Yeah.
Because Joss Whedon's one was god awful.
Look, when you messaged me earlier and said, "Hey, you want to go live soon?" I was like, "Yeah, all right, nothing planned." I was actually reading the 2017.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were telling me yesterday that you were planning to rewatch it, and I asked you why. But then you gave me a good point, saying you wanted to rewatch it to see what scenes are different.
See what's different. Which obviously there's a lot different because there's
there is a lot different. There's a lot of different content. The cool thing about it was what I learned. See, with the original 2017 version of Justice League, it is a mess. It's a terrible movie. The only thing of Zack Snyder's footage was only about 30 minutes of his footage, and then the rest was all Joss Whedon stuff.
Yeah,
and it was all put together, all higgledy-piggledy all over the place. So the movie was a Frankenstein movie put together, and it was a mess.
This is what I noticed too. And in the opening credits, it says story by Chris Terrio and Zack Snyder, screenplay by Chris Terrio and Joss Whedon.
Yeah, Joss Whedon wrote the screenplay, and I'm like, oh boy,
he rewrote the whole screenplay.
I'm just gonna say personally, right here, I used to love Joss Whedon until Justice League. After that, no. Plus, also, he's been accused of
allegations coming out.
Allegations came out. The guy's reputation is shit. Also, look, I understand he made Buffy. I understand he did Angel in that. He did Firefly. He has an amazing series under his belt. That doesn't matter compared to the allegations that come out against him, and also how he treated Ray Fisher on the set of this movie, plus the other actors as well.
Which we'll get into.
Actually,
you want to do that now? No, because we got this in the show. Do you want to?
Canada's Snyder Cut pre-discussion, so it gets us Canada's out.
Well, we've also got that Zack Snyder also talks about it. So
yes, we do. That's right.
So we'll talk about it now, and then we'll come back to our pre-discussion as well.
Because it is very important to talk about it because.
Yeah. So Zack came out this week. He actually commented on the whole Joss Whedon investigation that with Ray Fisher and everything like that. And all he said is not at the time. The last thing they wanted to do was call me complaining about having a hard time shooting. Yeah. But in retrospect, I feel bad that they had to go through that? I do. These guys are my friends, and they're amazing actors, and they're strong people. I want them to be taken care of and in a healthy situation. I wasn't there, so your opinion on it is probably as good as mine. This came as last month. Ray Fisher said that he would support the Snyder Cut in any way possible he could. A fan asked him about it on Twitch and the possibility of doing press for the film. The cyborg actor plainly said it would take wild horses to keep him away from the massive achievement. There's no way you can stop me from doing, and this Ray Fisher really emphasizes on this. There is no way you can stop me from doing press for Zack Snyder's Justice League. Yeah, because it is his version. Joss is like, and the good thing is, and I really loved it when I was watching. I watched IGN do a non-spoiler review of it. They were talking about it and what the differences were. But from a non-spoiler standpoint,
is none of this is what made me happy. None of Joss's footage is being used. None of it. None of it is being used.
Look, I hope there's a couple, but there
No,
isn't.
none.
Zach
wants nothing of Joss's stuff in his movie because both Christopher Nolan and Zack Snyder's wife literally have watched it, and Nolan's like, "Don't watch it." They butchered it.
Yeah, they butchered it. Now, the only things that I would love to have in it is the 2 opening scenes with Batman and Wonder Woman. Those were fucking great.
We know they might be in it. They did show those bits in the trailer.
I'm not sure if all of that though is in Zach's footage.
Or from what we know, they may have reshot Batman's opening scene. I would love to see a new scene with that one.
Other scene I would love, but it was definitely Whedon's one, is the Superman and Flash.
Yeah, it is very Whedon.
That's the only thing out of the whole movie I was like, fuck yeah, because we finally got to see that.
I don't know if we're going to be able to see it, but Dead Set there, I will be happy with this movie because this has been a long time coming. It's 4 hours of just
4 hours, 6 chapters.
4 hours, 6 chapters, and like Dead Set, it makes me so happy because the fans wanted this. We pushed for this. We kept badgering WB for ages to be like, release the Snyder Cut. And how long we waited years.
To the point that even the cast got involved and said, release the Snyder Cut. Like Jesse Momoa was like, released it.
Ben Affleck, Jesse Momoa.
He sobered up. He sobered up so he could come back and do reshoots.
Yeah, he sobered up. He felt happy to come back because he got given a second chance. Same thing with Cavill as well. Cavill has always been in support of this movie. Ray Fisher always been in support. Ezra Miller.
We have to say, we're not getting really bad CGI mouth Superman.
Just had horrible flashbacks to him smiling in the original one.
There was the smiling, but even at the beginning.
Oh, God. It was so bad.
You even see it, like, move.
Like, why? And also, I shared on my Instagram, there was a pre-CGI shot of him in the suit with the mustache. I was like, that's terrible.
I mean, look, you can blame Paramount for that one. It wasn't Whedon's fault. It was Paramount's.
Was it Paramount or was it Warner Brothers?
It was Paramount, isn't it? Isn't it Paramount? Because he was shooting
Mission Impossible. Yeah.
They went, no, that's in his contract. He can't.
I'm gonna just check that. Give me a second. Who did Mission Impossible? Was it Mission Impossible Fallout?
I don't know. Just check out who does.
Yeah, so
pretty sure it's Paramount.
Yeah, he's an American. It's produced by Chris McQuarrie and produced by what's the production company? Skydance, Bad Robot, TC, and Alibaba. Distributed by Paramount Pictures.
Yeah. So Paramount went no.
Paramount, yeah.
No. They need that. He needs that for our movie. You can't do it, which I don't understand because the prop department can. Sorry, not prop. Costume department can easily sort that out.
Yeah.
But whatever. It happened, and now we're getting the Snyder Cut. Now, Talon, give me a couple of things you are looking forward to.
So a couple of things I'm looking forward to with the Snyder Cut. Obviously, big one for me is more of the Nightmare sequences because I'm keen to see how they handle that. More of Darkseid because from what I've seen in the trailers, he's making his presence fucking known. He's making his fucking presence known. Also, more of Steppenwolf because that armor looks so goddamn good. And another one for me, I'm keen to see the Bat Tank, man. The Bat Tank they showed in the fucking trailer. Batman standing on top of the Bat Tank. I'm like, that is gorgeous. I cannot wait to see what that means because if that's like before Justice League, before meets the team and shit like that, that will make me happy. That will definitely make me happy. But no, I'm definitely keen to see more of those. Techie, What are you keen to see for in the Snyder Cut?
I mean, look, I'll be honest. I've seen a couple of leaks already because of the HBO Max. Because of the HBO Max accidentally leaking it last week.
Didn't they accidentally leak it with Tom and Jerry?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dumbasses!
Yeah, they accidentally leaked it.
I'm expecting to see a cartoon cat and dog, except I'm seeing, one of the most highly anticipated film releases of all time be released early with a cartoon cat and mouse movie. Also, I watched reviews for Tom and Jerry the movie. Don't watch it. It's bad. It's not a good film. And I love Tom and Jerry. I really do.
But I'm excited for one.
Yeah.
The plot. I'm so excited for that.
Because it's so different. It really is. He is so different now.
The fact that we're gonna get Darkseid, for example,
Yeah, exactly.
Never mind days that after, even though they teased it in BVS, which by the way, I love. Not the theatrical cut. I love the ultimate cut. Theatrical cut can get fucked. But I can't wait for that. I can't wait to see Batfleck, man.
Batfleck.
Since he was announced,
look at your shirt. Look at your shirt, man.
Since he was announced as Batman, I have been on board.
Wasn't it like 2016 when they announced him?
No, dude, like 2015, 2014.
That's right. It was 2015 when they announced him, and
2015 or 2014.
I remember when they showed up the first screenshot of him in suit. I was just like, "Holy fuck! It's a grey suit, and it's short ears. It's an actual suit. It's not armor. It's an actual suit." And it was not actual armor. It was a fabric suit. It was a grey bodysuit. It was grey. No more black. No more blue.
For me, I was always even when the casting just got announced and it was him, without even seeing him in the suit, I was like, "Yep, all right, done." Supposedly, this guy has actually got a Batcave in his house. He created one. Supposedly, he's that much of a Batman fan. Supposedly, I can't confirm that, but that's what I've heard. So there's that already, and then on top of that, I was so excited for him to have a redemption as Batman, so he can redeem himself as a superhero than Daredevil.
Look,
because again, wasn't his fault.
Wasn't his fault. And the thing is, you know who the director was? It was Jon Favreau. He was directing that movie.
Yeah.
And it just.
But look at him now. Look at both of them now.
Yeah, like he's come back. The same thing with Ryan Reynolds. Green Lantern, anybody?
Yeah.
Like, and he's redeemed himself as Deadpool.
Yeah.
Twice. He had to redeem himself as Deadpool for a second time because first time as Deadpool was a fucking train wreck.
Yeah.
Don't mind me with my big sword because I like my big sword. Fucking huge. I can't even fit in frame. Like that's it. Whenever I try to fit in frame, it's just like, nope. I also have to be careful because since it's so tall, I legit have to be careful it doesn't hit the fan that's right above me.
All right. I think we might take a break and then we'll come back and continue on with some of the DC talk and what to expect more on the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then we'll move on to ones that we have here because we've got a couple more to talk about. Not as many.
We've got quite a few still,
yeah.
We've got stuff in the Marvel world. We've got stuff about Pokemon and a new game that got announced. So
one I'm interested in. All right, man.
We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
All right.
All righty, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, and we are back. And we're also back with. I haven't told you this. I just opened up Twitter here. Zack Snyder's made a post 8 hours ago saying, "I have no words. Still waiting for info. So sorry."
What's going on?
I don't know.
I'm going to check that right now. What is going on?
This was 8 hours ago, so I don't know. People are saying a couple of things, replying. Someone said, "Not as scary as it sounds. A special screening crashed Microsoft system 3 hours ago." Someone else is saying that somebody leaked a video. Somebody asked what video, and then they said there is a video that was leaked today that shows Wonder Woman fighting. By the way, guys, this is spoilers. Leaked today that shows Wonder Woman fighting Steppenwolf. I'm being told it was supposed to be for the premiere. That hasn't happened yet, but the video was for the press. Well, then the press leaked it before the premiere.
I'm still trying to understand what he meant by this tweet. Because, like, it says, "I have no words, still waiting for info, so sorry." Do you reckon he's talking about the overwhelming love?
Zack Snyder's Justice League. Microsoft is still working to restore their systems completely. We have to distribute access codes and links tonight. Thank you for your continued patience. Okay, so something's happened with the screening.
Oh no. Oh no. No, come on. What's going on?
So Microsoft Virtual Premiere servers crashed. All right. Nothing to panic. Don't panic. I had a heart drop moment there thinking, oh fuck, they're not going to release it now.
Yeah.
Far out. All right.
They're like...
We'll update you guys if we get any more info, if that is the case. I'll keep an eye out.
Same here. I'll keep an eye out on that one. But
if we find out tomorrow or anything like that, I'll make a video and let you guys know. If not me, Talon will.
I'll make a video about it. So yeah. All right, let's jump back in.
Let's jump back in.
Oh. Uh-oh. I think we lost Techie for a second there.
Hi guys. Sorry.
You pressed the wrong button, didn't you?
Don't know what happened. Must have.
Don't know what happened either. Must have. Anyway, let's jump back into.
Let's talk about the reviews that are coming out. I've sent you a couple already.
You sent me a couple. Let me double check them. Hold on. Yeah, you sent me a couple of reviews for Snyder Cut. So the Moonlight Warrior said the biggest improvement from Snyder Cut is Steppenwolf. Instead of a generic "I want to rule the world" villain, this new version has an actual character, motivations, and a screen presence. He is ruthless and memorable, and I agree because what I've seen in the trailers, like the armor looks fucking incredible. It looks apocalypse. It looks like shifting armor. It looks alien, and also. Let's show the trailer. He's just fucking slaughtering through Amazonians like they're nothing.
Here's one. Well, this is actually coming from Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, God. Yeah, they haven't been very kind about it.
Oh, they have. It's currently at 75%.
Are you serious?
Yep.
I'm going to check right now.
It is currently at 75%. Looking at it right now.
So it's fresh?
I mean, it's not fully out yet, but at this point in time, yeah.
I'm checking it right now. When it actually, loads for me, goodness, loading for me.
Here's a couple. Everything the Snyder that Snyder faithfully hoped it would be, and a vast improvement over its 2017 theatrical iteration. Even a good superhero flick, and this definitely shouldn't be this long. That's one bad one. Somebody also said it's all a bit #release the deleted scenes. But look, there's more fresh than there is rotten. There's 79 fresh than there is there's 26 rotten. Fresh ones here.
Yeah.
Watching Snyder's intimately rewarding pick. I just lost it. Give me a second.
I can't even get onto it. The page is not even loading for me.
While we wait, John Campier also, who I trust a lot. I trust him a lot. Going back from the AMC days of AMC Movie Talk, all the way back to Collider as well. He made a post saying, "So Justice League, it's better than BVS, which I like quite a bit, and theatrical Justice League, but not quite as good as Man of Steel, which I think is one of the all-time greats. Snyder listened to criticisms and used lighter and more humorous tones than his previous DCEU films mixed in."
I have to disagree with what this guy says on Rotten Tomatoes. He said that even this guy named John DeFore, he's from the Hollywood Reporter. He said even a good superhero flick, and this definitely shouldn't be this long. Endgame was 3 hours long.
Yeah,
and they're complaining it shouldn't be this long. Did they not sit down and watch Endgame for 3 hours and not go to the bathroom?
Yeah. Here are some good ones. It's lengthy, uncompromising with its tone, and has a full understanding of importance of DC's finest heroes coming together to stop a formidable threat. Another one, when all said's and done, like the Ultimate Edition of Dawn of Justice before it, Zack Snyder's Justice League is the far superior experience. It may be longer, but the additions make the story grander and profoundly deeper.
I agree.
Zack Snyder's Justice League is a lesson in proper handling of a story, especially in terms of editing, pacing, character building, and even cinematography. It just feels more cohesive, and the 4-hour runtime only benefits it.
Didn't Cosplay Chris put up a review for his?
Yep, he put up a review as well. He said he loved it.
Very good review. He loved it. He fell in love.
This isn't a movie. This is an event.
This is an event, and I'm like, I'm agreeing. Techie, I hate to do this, but I have to duck off for a few minutes. I'll be back. So we're going to have a quick little break because I drank too much water. That's all I'm going to say. So I'll be back in about 2 minutes.
All right, guys. I'm going to keep reading through some of these reviews. Okay. Another one coming from Jonathan W. Hickman. The Snyder Cut has narrative weight and fan-thrilling action. Another one from Scott Mendelson. The film is dragged out and redundant to a comical degree, but the much improved action final and the emphasis on Ray Fisher's cyborg make it worth seeing and worth the fuss. I can honestly not wait for this. I can't wait. I cannot wait. This better be good, as people are saying. I'm hoping that everything is okay with Zack Snyder, because something's going down. I don't know what is going on. All right. Okay, we'll be back. See you guys soon. All right, we're back.
Whoa.
Now,
Hello.
while you were gone, I actually found this. And I want to hear your thoughts on this. Justice League, Ray Fisher says Whedon called Diana Natasha in first meeting. So,
what the?
Fisher made the revelation while promoting Zack Snyder's Justice League in Vanity Fair. The actor alleged Whedon was fairly upset over the reception of Age of Ultron and recalled the time the director got Wonder Woman and Black Widow confused. You can see it in some of the scenes that were produced. Flash falling on Wonder Woman's chest is something that he yanked out of Age of Ultron and just copy and pasted it here. In my first conversation creatively with him, he kept accidentally calling Diana Natasha, which is crazy stuff. This was in the conversation that they made him have with him before giving him the script. There was a lot of belittling on set. There was a lot of mocking both of previous work and actors and people. According to Fisher, the moment was just the beginning of his adversarial relationship with Whedon. He went on to claim that the director compared him unfavorably to an MCU star. Fisher said, he compared me at one point to Robert Downey Jr. and said, listen, I don't like to take notes from anybody, not even Robert Downey Jr. And I said, well, okay, be that as it may.
Far out. Like, no wonder Fisher is literally leading the charge against Whedon and Jeff Johns and the rest of WB, because they've same thing with John Boyega, how he is with Star Wars. He's saying, fuck you guys. You guys treated us like shit.
Yeah.
Like, this is sad that the fact is that Whedon wouldn't even take notes from Downey Jr. The Russo brothers took notes from Downey Jr. and it made Infinity War and Endgame a hell of a lot better, especially when it came to Spider-Man Homecoming. Wasn't it Downey Jr. who was sitting in when they did screen tests for all those actors, and Holland got the part because of Downey Jr. And Whedon says, I don't take notes even from Downey Jr. Well, you're a fucking idiot, and that's probably why a lot of people are against you now, because you don't listen to your actors. And also, why would you not listen to Downey Jr.? He's been doing this for years. He's probably been acting a lot longer than Whedon's been directing.
Yeah, exactly.
And the thing is, though, Whedon is going to keep trying to scurry his way out of problems, but they're all catching up to him.
Yeah.
Ray has the majority of the vote of, we trust him more than we trust you, Whedon.
Exactly.
It astounds me that Whedon actually would say that he said that. Also, how the fuck, sorry for my swearing, how in the hell can he get Diana mixed up with Black Widow? They're two completely different characters. Natasha is an assassin and a spy, and Diana is Wonder Woman, a demigod. You know, with two different universes. Did he forget which universe he was directing? Yeah.
And we got a couple of reviews here. This one's coming from Insider. This movie was wildered to life by the fans and made for fans, who will leave this film largely satisfied and hungry for more. More than 3 years later, justice is served.
Justice is served, because this is a movie that the
Snyder's
fans wanted.
Watching this, and this one from Vanity Fair. Watching Snyder's intimately rewarding epic, if nothing else, a spectacle of completed vision stirred up surprise and emotions. Yeah. We are in for a wild ride.
We're in for a wild ride on freaking Thursday. It's going to be crazy. The day after that, another series being released, which I think we should jump into. So I think we should jump out of this.
But we also have on our schedule that all of the build-up as well. Snyder's been teasing sequel plans.
That's right. Now remember, yes, he has been teasing sequels, and that gets me excited. Can you still hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, my on my end, my video is frozen, which is a bit odd.
Oh, strange.
Hmm. I might turn
Oh,
my
you're
video
frozen here
on.
too.
I might turn my video on and off. Oh, it's still bloody frozen. I might turn it off on my end. See what happens. Hold on. Okay, and testing. I'm still, I'm still,
And it's still frozen.
I'm still frozen. Goodness gracious. Oh no, this is going to be annoying. How about look, just for this stream only, I'm going to turn my video off just for now because I'm having some little technical issues. I don't know why. Probably because my internet's being garbage.
Try again later.
Try again later. So you're just going to be hearing my voice from now on. It's okay. Anyway, so Zack Snyder is teasing sequels plans for Justice League. Am I correct?
Yes. Yes, you are. Just bringing up the article here. Pretty much. All right, so I'm going to read you the whole article.
Go for it.
With only days left before the release of Zack Snyder's Justice League later this week, the anticipation factor has never been so high. And Snyder himself is beginning to make the rounds in the press cycle to promote the upcoming premiere of his long-awaited director's cut on HBO Max. In a new interview with New York Times, Snyder delved deep into discussing the journey behind his original departure from Justice League, and eventually returning to see his original vision for the film fully realized. When it was confirmed that Snyder would be coming back to finish his assembly cut of Justice League, he was given $17 million budget by Warner Brothers to do so. The film's original cast, including Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa, Ray Fisher, and Ezra Miller, all reprised their roles, but there were some new additions this time around, including extra scenes that were filmed with Jared Leto in the role of the Joker.
Which I'm excited to see.
Yeah, me too. The result was a 4-hour project with 6 chapter titles. That will reportedly end on a cliffhanger, with Snyder confirmed with the time satisfies his version of the movie. But what would Snyder's potential Justice League 2 actually look like? The director teased his plans for developing future sequels and how they would play out on screen. It's the fall of Earth when Superman succumbs to anti-life, and then sending Flash back in time to change one element so that doesn't happen. And then the big battle where we beat him when the villain Darkseid comes to Earth. In the movie that you'll never see, the armies of Earth. This time there would be craft carriers and special forces guys. All the armies of the world would come together, as well as Aquaman's fellow Atlanteans rising out of the ocean, and Themyscirians coming off their island. That was our big final, but it's a long drum roll and guitar solo to get there.
Yeah, because like we know, Snyder wants to build up an MCU style of ending battle like Endgame. And look, Marvel could do it because Marvel had years to do it. DC tried to rush ahead to get it done, but the problem being is you can't do that. You need to take time, and that's what Marvel did. And I think Snyder has seen that and realized that, okay, in order for me to do that, it needs to have timing, it needs to have a build-up. And you can't just have one movie and try to have a climactic battle with Steppenwolf at the end, and then that leads into them facing Darkseid. It doesn't work that way. Darkseid is extremely powerful. Like, I legit watched a show today on YouTube of Death Battle, of a fight between him and Thanos. Darkseid beat Thanos, even though Thanos had the completed Infinity Gauntlet. Thanos exists in the fourth world. He's literally another dimension. Plus, also, he can travel between dimensions. He's extremely powerful. He's a god. And also, I loved how you said before, anti-life. I'm like, Superman eventually falls to the anti-life equation, which is what Darkseid has.
Yeah.
And it literally turns him against him. And I think that's what we're going to be seeing in the Nightmare sequences. Plus, also, we're going to be seeing more of that armored suit, one with the visor that comes down for Flash, which gets me even more excited because I'm like, I've been wanting to see that suit for ages because it looks so different, and I love the design of it so much. So I'm interested to see how they handle it because I've always wanted to see what an alternative Earth would look like in DC if Darkseid, managed to turn Superman. Because trust me, if Superman turned against everybody, how would you stop him? I mean, if it's working with Darkseid, that's even more a problem because Darkseid would make sure that there'd be no weaknesses for Superman. He would remove all the kryptonite. But the thing is, I don't even think even Darkseid even needs kryptonite to stop Superman because here's the thing, Darkseid can kick the shit out of Superman if he wanted to.
Yeah. Yeah. The end of the article here says, for the moment, however, there aren't any immediate plans for Snyder to make a sequel, so we'll have to entertain the thought of what could have been. Provided there are no more accidental leaks, Zack Snyder's Justice League is scheduled for a March 18th release on HBO Max. Now, I'm hoping to God that Warner Brothers realizes after Thursday that they were wrong and that we need more.
We do. They need to realize the mistake they made when they brought in Whedon, realize how much of a mess that movie is, and also they need to do it now because Wonder Woman 1984 wasn't even that good, and they were building a lot of time and pressure behind that, especially with Patty Jenkins directing. It's just the sequel to Wonder Woman is not that good as the original, which kind of sucks. But at the same time, though, if WB gets Snyder back in working with them, this is what WB needs to do. Stay away. Do not touch anything with producing. Just be there as
just let him do what he needs to do.
Let him do what he needs to do because this thing, when he done
this twice now they fucked up.
Yeah, twice now they fucked up.
They forced him to make a theatrical version of Batman versus Superman. Because they were scared. They were scared of making a 3-hour movie of a superhero movie, which now is laughable.
It's laughable because Endgame did it.
They needed that. They needed that half an hour to actually fully plan out that plot.
Yeah,
you can't. They took out half an hour of it, and it made that plot so fucking confusing.
Yeah, it did. Like, why is for instance the scenes with Like, the one thing that I don't get is, at the end of the day, Batman didn't even have to fight Superman at all. They could have avoided fighting, but we had to get that because it's Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice. Also, I've always said it, I'm not a big fan of the Batman versus Superman. I don't like that title. I much prefer if you just call it
Dawn of Justice.
Dawn of Justice. Dawn of Justice. It would have worked, DC's Dawn of Justice.
Yeah.
Instead of Batman versus Superman.
I think they needed to for marketing reasons.
True.
Because a lot of people wouldn't know.
Yeah, but you just could have called it BVS. You put Batman and Superman on the front of it, and it would have worked.
It would have worked.
It would have worked. It would work. But that's just me.
Yeah. All right. So we're going from one pre-talk to another one. We are now having a pre-conversation about what to expect in Falcon and the Winter Soldier
on Friday, the day after the Snyder Cut's been released. So pre-discussions. I am so pumped for Falcon and Winter Soldier because I love Sam and I love Bucky and I just loved how their chemistry. Well, at first they hate each other. They really do not like each other. But at the same time, though, I think they do eventually learn to respect each other and learn to work with each other because, again, Bucky sees Sam as a predecessor to being the next Captain America. And also, Bucky has to trust Sam because Steve trusts Sam.
Yeah.
Also, Sam could probably kick Bucky's ass. That's just me. But at the same time, though, I'm keen for this series. It's not like a magical show like WandaVision. It is a spy. It's another spy type of thriller.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be interesting. Plus, also Baron Zemo is back, and he's not just playing Zemo. He is playing Baron Zemo. He's actually got the mask, which is so cool.
I can't wait for Saturdays, right? because we're going to have a lot of more theory talks of what's going down in the MCU.
Especially after I see the episode, though I'm going to be probably watching the episode late again because I have lab on Friday night.
That's all good.
If the weather holds, I want it to stop raining.
Yeah, I still think we might see Hayward show up in this.
I hope he do. His character wasn't really interesting. Like, it didn't turn. All our theories about him didn't even turn out to be true, which kind of sucks. But at the same time, though, I would have liked to have seen a bit more. I want to see more of him. He does have potential. Like, we know for a fact now he's not running sword because, well,
he's arrested.
He's arrested, and I think Monica Rambeau is going to be running sword.
I think she will be.
I'm keen to see more of them. I'm keen to see more, especially with Bucky. We haven't seen Bucky since Endgame.
Since Endgame, yeah.
And now he's in an entire television series. And also, I'm keen to see more of Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson. Yeah. I love Sebastian Stan. I was so excited when he was cast as Bucky back when the first Avenger was released. And now I'm keen even more because now he's got his own TV series. We're going to see more of him. We're going to see more of the Winter Soldier. I do believe also that, like, the way that they're going to be doing the whole thing of the government's trying to stop Sam from being Captain America, even though Steve has said, he's my predecessor. I'm making him Captain America. It's my choice, not his. And also, I think he gives the shield to they got another character in this. It's the U.S. agent, which is literally another version of Captain America that's not Captain America. It's kind of dumb, but at the same time, though, I'm keen to see more of Sam Wilson as Captain America because he is Captain America now. Well, not yet, but he will be.
I reckon he will be by the end of the series.
I reckon he'll get a new suit too, an actual like proper looking Captain America suit, like it is in the comics, where he's combined his wing powers with the shield
and Cap together.
Yeah, Captain Falcon.
Yeah.
And does he get to do a Falcon punch?
Falcon
punch! Yeah. Falcon punch! Oh my god! Oh no, that's good though. I'm keen to see more of Zemo. I do not know who's going to show up in this series. We know we know that that Peggy that Sharon Carter's going to show up.
Yeah,
she said to. Yeah, she has to. We know also the Baron Zemo. I really hope Jimmy Woo shows up. I want to see more of Jimmy Woo.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I love Jim. He's such a great character. He makes me laugh so much. I'm keen to see more of him. We don't know if Nick Fury's going to show up, though I doubt it. I do doubt because he's up in the sword base. Oh, excuse me. Oh God, it's morning. He's up in the sword base, and I think he's going to be more focused on helping out Monica Rambeau and dealing with any earthly threats when there's like more like extraterrestrial threats. Because I think after like Thanos and stuff like that, I think they're like, yeah, we need to have more of a presence in space.
Yeah.
Like, well, what's your thoughts like with Falcon and Soldier? So give in mind, like, what are your expectations for the series?
Honestly, I'm just actually looking for a nice spy thriller. I really can't wait for that. Because I love my spy thrillers. You know, I love Jason Bourne. I love James Bond. Well, the new ones anyway.
Hey, Pierce Bronson's ones were good. Don't lie to me. I love Bronson's ones.
Yeah, they're all right.
Goldeneye, dude. Goldeneye.
Yeah.
We don't talk about Tomorrow Never. We don't talk about Die Another Day.
No, we won't.
CGI, anybody? Oh god.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I'm kind of in the same field as the way I was with WandaVision.
You've got to see it to see how you feel.
I wasn't looking forward to WandaVision.
And now you are obsessed with it.
I'm obsessed with it.
You want season 2.
I want season 2.
Yeah, same.
No, I'm not going to get it. I want it.
Like, I'm with you in the same boat. I was like, sort of in the same boat. I was interested in WandaVision. I watched the first episode. I was like, it's okay. I need to
As
watch
soon as I saw
more.
the first episode, I was like, fucking yes.
Yeah, I was a bit iffy at first. Watch first episode, I'm like, it's okay. Because again, I'm not really big into my sitcoms.
Yeah.
There are a couple of sitcoms I used to watch. Like I used to watch Everybody Loves Raymond, and definitely used to watch Malcolm in the Middle. More Malcolm in the Middle because I love Malcolm in the Middle. But like Bewitched and the Dick Van Dyke Show, or any of those shows, I never really watched per se. But after the first two episodes, I'm like, I'm interested. Let's keep going. It's the Halloween episode. That's what hooked me. I was just like, okay.
Oh, really? That far into it?
That far into it. I'm dead set. Like, I like the sitcom thing, but I was just like, this is not the sitcom that I grew up with. It's when they did Malcolm in the Middle. I was just like, okay, now you've got me hooked. Now I understand. I really liked it. And that's my favorite episode because not only does it have like the dorky, like comic book accurate costumes, especially for Vision, for Quicksilver and the rest of, and Wiccan and the Speed, and also for Scarlet as well. I just love that opening because it reminds me so much of Malcolm in the Middle and made me laugh so much. I think also I just love the fact that they were throwing so many references to Malcolm in the Middle, left, right, and center, especially with the opening intro and the way it looked, and also the swipes as well. I actually noticed in some of the swipes. I don't know if you noticed it as well, but curious and wrong. It's just for like some of the swipes between scenes were like the transitions in Malcolm in the Middle with the like that, the total woof sound. That's what it reminded me of. It's like, okay, I see what you did here, and I love it. But the final episodes where it is set in the MCU, she's fighting Agatha and stuff like that. It's really good. That whole fight between Wanda and that, and like Wanda discovering her powers, realizing she's magical, and eventually she gets a comic character costume, which I love, and I'm seeing cosplayers already cosplaying it. It's insane.
I reckon we're going to see a lot of it in at Nova.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, I do have a. I really wish my video was actually working. It's kind of annoying. I'm gonna test it. Right?
Yeah, do a test.
I'll do a test. My face is still there. Oh my god, I'm still frozen after this entire freaking time. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually going to disconnect my webcam and see what that does. So let's do this. This is gonna be weird on our playback for our live. Just my head in my hand, and it's right. Okay, let's have a look. I'm playing the right. Is this the right chord? Yes, it is. All right, let's do it. Okay,
guys.
My video's off. All right, plug it back in. All right, let's plug back in. Come on, turn on for me, baby.
So your screen's still here. There we go.
We got it. Hey, awesome. All it was just a. God, that's like the ads. I'm like, have you tried turning it on and off?
The IT crowd. Have you tried turning it on and off again?
It's a good show. I remember when what was the thing that caught on fire? Wasn't it like a computer or something like that? Or no, it was like a microwave or some shit like that. What was it again?
I think it was a computer.
Yeah, no, it was a computer caught on fire, and he's like, he doesn't know how to put it out, so he just like calls up someone. It's just like.
It was the 0118999.
I need to watch that episode again because I've only watched a couple episodes of IT Crowd, but like I like
fire exclamation mark. Fire exclamation mark. Help me.
Regards.
Maurice Moss.
Yeah, so a couple of cool things costume wise that I'm working on. So I'm doing a new version of Geralt again, and I'm working on a jacket, and I'm working on at the moment.
Oh, cool.
So I'm putting on the wolf symbol at the back here. I'm not finished yet, though I'm a little annoyed. I went off a little bit to the side, but that's okay. Once I get the other side done with all the lines and everything, I'll definitely will be happy with it. But still got a lot to go. So it's going to be quite interesting when I get it done. So I'm probably going to do more after the stream. All right, so let's jump back in. Falcon Winter Soldier, you were giving your thoughts about it.
Yeah, look, I'm excited, but I'm not there yet. I'm going to wait till Friday.
Which is safe to say it's different from the Snyder Cut because you're freaking jumping up to the ceiling about that being released.
I know. I can't wait.
I'm so excited. It's going to be so good. All right. So I think...
So we're going to the next topic.
Yes.
And this will be Zazie Beetz, the actress for Domino in Deadpool 2. She's come out saying that she doesn't know what's going on yet.
She's unsure about Deadpool 3.
Yeah, so while speaking with Collider about her upcoming turn as Amber Bennett in Amazon's Invincible series, another comic book media project, Zazie Beetz revealed that while no one's approached her about reprising Domino for Deadpool 3, she's certainly game for the opportunity. In her words, "No, I haven't heard. I would love to revive the role. That was always in the world of what was potentially going to happen. I haven't had any specific conversations around it, but I'm interested. Not only would I love to revive the role, I would love to figure out a way to make a Domino movie or something like that. We'll see what happens, but I haven't had any personal conversations at this point."
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I loved her in Deadpool 2, and I want to see more of her. But look, if she's unsure about Deadpool, we're all unsure about Deadpool 3. Even Ryan Reynolds is unsure about Deadpool 3. Deadpool 2 was good.
He's not unsure about it.
He wants to do it.
We know it's coming. We know it's officially confirmed. It is coming. And good.
My lights are dying, so I've got to turn them off.
We know that it's coming. It's officially confirmed that it's rated R. It's just the writing stage now. I think they're just at the writing stage. Who knows? Who knows what will happen?
I do hope that they bring her back. She was a really good highlight for Deadpool 2. Also, I love Domino. I know that a lot of people gave her flack because of the whole thing of how her character was changed. Every single costume in the Marvel Universe is not comic book accurate. Not even Cap's was.
No.
Not even freaking. Not even Thor's was.
The only one that has been is Iron Man because you can't really.
Yeah, though his original, like the Mark III suit, that wasn't even comic book accurate because it wasn't just the red and the gold legs. It was a mixture. They finally did a comic book accurate suit in Endgame, which was his last ever movie, which that's kind of poetic.
A good way to go out, yeah.
A good way to go out, wearing his classic colored skin suit, his classic colored suit. I was just like, that's beautiful. But no, I do hope they bring her back. I do hope she gets more info soon. I'd like to see more of her. She was a great highlight in Deadpool 2 because, Domino, she's got the power of block on her side. And I just love how everything just pays out in her favor, like especially when she's driving that truck and everything happens, or when Cable tries to shoot her, his gun might jam, or he might get stuck on something, or he just falls over. Especially when he's trying to fight Domino, she's got Lock on her side, and he keeps getting fucked over. Though one thing I do love about that scene is when Deadpool's trying to deflect the bullets with a sword.
Yeah,
he's just and like you know why he did that, because that's a reference to another great movie that everybody should watch. I'm being sarcastic. X-Men Origins Wolverine. Don't watch it.
Yeah.
Don't. But no, keen to see more of her. I hope she comes back. I hope she gets more info soon because she was a big highlight for me with Deadpool 2.
Yeah. Look, I agree with you. I loved her in Deadpool 2. The chemistry between her and Ryan works so well. They worked really well together.
Yeah.
And you could feel that. You could actually feel the enjoyment that they both have. But I hope she hears back soon.
Yeah, I hope so. I think she will.
I think she will too. I think she will.
Because everyone loved her in Deadpool 2. She was a big.
Yeah, I mean, everyone, as you said, everyone was not happy at first, but they ended up loving her by the end of it.
Yeah, I did. I considered it a big highlight because I loved how they explained her the white eye and stuff like that. It was like a type of like skin condition or something like that. But she still is a mutant. She's a mutant with block-based powers.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
I can't wait. And she's doing good. She's been in now 3 different comic book
Because she's in Invincible now. Is that an Amazon Prime series?
Yep. And she was in Joker.
She was
his love interest.
I know. You know what's even more sad? I haven't even seen Joker yet.
Oh, do go on the Joker.
I know.
It's a movie you can only watch once.
I
And
know
not because it's bad, but because of just how you feel after watching it more than anything.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So we've got 3 more topics to talk about.
Yeah, we got 1, 2, 3. Yep, we do.
Yeah, 3.
Absolutely. All right. So I'll choose this one next time because I read a little bit more info about this. This is about Pokemon. Now, I read more info into this because I sent you the article and I hadn't fully read it. I actually listened to a video yesterday of another guy that I watched on YouTube talking about it, and it's Kotaku who wrote this stupid article, literally trying to just explain to people that the Pokemon Go paid eggs are not loot boxes. They're called fun eggs. Or fun presents, sorry. Fun presents. Unquote.
Right.
Let's just call them what they are. They're loot boxes. They are straight up loot boxes. You pay for them. But Kotaku is trying to write in their article that they're not loot boxes. They're fun and ethical.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean by that, EA said the exact same thing in front of a Royal British Magistrate trying to defend loot boxes. And you know what they called them? Surprise mechanics. I wish I was exaggerating. If you do, okay. All right. I probably need to explain who the fuck EA is because you're probably thinking this. Who the hell's EA? EA, otherwise known as Electronic Arts, are the abomination of the gaming industry. They are the worst, and I'm not even lying about that. They have been voted second best as one of the worst companies in the United States. So, next to them is the Bank of America. So, when I say that they are the worst, I mean that on a voting level, they were voted the second worst behind Bank of America. They went in front of a British court and were trying to defend loot boxes. Now, loot boxes are a huge problem in the gaming industry. They are straight up gambling. They enable gambling, and they enable people to waste thousands of dollars on virtual items. And it is god awful that companies are actually thinking this is a way to make money. And Pokemon Go is no different. Niantic has now got microtransactions, and now they have loot boxes with your eggs. And also trying to get these rare items, you've got a 1 in a million chance to get the rare items. And the only way you're going to get them if you cough up more money. You could cough up maybe $100 or $200, and you're not even going to be able to get it because the rate of you getting that, again, 1 in a million chance. So you might as well just not do it, or even better, just play the game for free and try to earn the eggs through gameplay. Oh, wait, no, you can't do that either because they locked a lot of these really rare Pokemon eggs behind paywalls. So you have to do the loot box system in order to earn them more. And it just is god awful. Why do gaming companies think this is the right thing to do? I really wish it didn't. So, yeah. Kotaku wrote an article trying to defend what Pokemon Go had put into their game, saying that they're not loot boxes, they're fun presents. Really, Kotaku? You're really going to write that crap and make us believe it? The gaming community is laughing at you. And you're not even a developer. You're not even a publisher. You're a news article. You write for gaming and entertainment. You're like us. Except the difference between us and you, we don't actually bullshit what we talk about. We talk about stuff that actually is legitimate. We talk about stuff that could happen, and we try to get much info out there as we can. If we know it's not true, we know it's not true. If we know it's true, we try to fact check it so it is true. Same thing if it was not true.
Yeah.
And I've been wondering where Techie has been gone for this entire time because I felt on the spot.
Nah, no, I was just letting you talk.
Honestly, ethically wise, Pokemon Go should not have any type of payment system. You should just be able to play the game. That's it. And game companies are still trying to do this bullshit. For the life of me, do not play FIFA or even any of the Madden sports games. They are not good. They are robbing people. I mean, I didn't tell you this, Techie, but about a year ago, when Madden 20 came out, do you want to know how much actually, no, not Madden, FIFA, soccer game. Do you want to know how much a kid spent on that game? He took his dad's credit card and paid almost
I
over
heard about that.
$300,000 on credit card fees.
Yeah.
And on virtual characters.
Yeah. Now, I've heard about the new NBA game too.
NBA,
the new NBA game.
2K21, shit.
I've heard that it's hardly a game. All it is just ad promotion.
It's just ad promotion. It's gambling. It is gambling. It is gambling sneaking its way into gaming. And the thing is, the gaming freaking the EBA or the electronic the gaming commission, the literally guys that do all the ratings stuff like that.
Yeah.
The ESRB, they think it's ethical. They give it a 3+ rating. It has gambling in it, and they're not even going to try and hide it. It's right there. There's slot machines.
It's pay to win.
It's pay to win, but they won't admit to it. But the thing is, gaming companies and the ESRB will not admit that this type of loot boxes and microtransactions and that mainly loot boxes is gambling. It is, and I will continue to argue about it. And the rest of the gaming community, especially Angry Joe, Young Yi, anybody who reviews games for a living, have said the exact same thing. Yep. It is gambling. Enough said. That's all I'm going to say. I have gone on long enough talking about it because I have done full-on rants about this because I'm passionate about the gaming community, and bullshit like this pisses me off.
Yeah.
All right. We should move on because I think
we're going to cut one. We're gonna cut one and actually change it to something else because I forgot about this one.
Yeah, which one do you want to cut?
Going back to we're cutting the update of a previous one that we've talking about.
Was that about the what's it about? That's right. Yeah, we'll cut that for now because
we're replacing it though. This is going all the way back to the Disney CEO
Kathleen Kennedy.
The CEO, so Chapek, addressed questions and accusations of political partnership.
Oh shit!
With Gina Carano. He said, pretty much during the meeting, during
the meeting.
In particular, phrasing the question in a totally normal way, implying that a new Disney blacklist exists at the company. Chapek addressed the question and the accusations of political partnership by saying, I don't really see Disney as characterizing itself as left-leaning or right-leaning, yet instead of standing for values that are universal, values of respect, values of decency, values of integrity, and values of inclusion, and we seek to have the content that we make reflective of the rich diversity of the world we live in. And I think that's a world we should all live in harmony and peace.
Yeah, I agree.
I have to agree.
Yeah, like
there have been a lot of stuff in a lot of DC movies, Disney movies, where you can feel that they are pushing the current agenda onto everyone in their movies.
Captain Marvel was one of them.
Which this is coming also from, we got this covered, so it's probably not true, but supposedly she is pushing for all the main leads in the movie to be female in Captain Marvel 2.
Really?
Like, look at
If it's when we got this covered, then I'm not really gonna trust it because
I'm
I
not
don't
going to
like
trust
their
you either.
sauce.
But
Yeah.
let's have a look at Endgame. That moment seemed forced. I'm not disregarding it. I think it was a fucking cool moment.
It was cool, but I
it
do feel
seemed
it was forced. Yeah.
It was forced, and you can tell it was forced by Disney, and you can see the same in Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
They made a political statement with the two resistance crew members that were actually in a relationship with each other.
Yeah.
They made that as a political statement as well. And you can see it sometimes throughout the MCU. There are points where you can see that they are pushing the agenda of either the left or the right.
Why do they need to do that with movies? Just like let movies just be movies.
For me, movies are a time to forget about the world's problems that we are.
When I sit down and watch Lord of the Rings, which I'm going to do this after, which I'm going to do after this, I'm not thinking about what's going on in the world. This movie, this feels like real life. It's the Lord of the Rings. It's a fantasy book. They should do the same thing with our superhero films. It's in the Marvel universe. It's not in the real fucking universe.
Yeah. That's how I feel. I feel like that they shouldn't be pushing agendas and political statements through these movies because that's the time that we go to and see this stuff to forget about that.
I don't go watch Spider-Man thinking of, is Spider-Man on the left or is he on the right side? What's his political statement? It's Spider-Man. I'm going to see Spider-Man. I'm not going to fucking get a political debate with Peter Parker.
Yeah, exactly.
I think political stuff is good. Look, political stuff for me. I'm not a political person, so I don't give it any bias and political bullshit. I know who our prime minister is, and I know which parties, and I know that they're all a bunch of. Sorry to say this, all a bunch of fuckwits. Especially if you look. If you like ScoMo, why? I mean, come on. No one likes ScoMo.
Look, if you do, that's your own opinion.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say that. Sorry,
but no, you're right. But that's the world we live in. We have our own choice. That's the country we live in. We get our choice, and that's the choice that was made. Then that's the choice that was made. I'm not happy with what we got and local.
Yes,
election. I'm not happy with what we got because I think she's a pile of crap. And
you mean Anastasia? You mean Anastasia Pallet? Yeah,
she's corrupt. Her whole team's corrupt, and they've hidden everything under the carpet. But anyway, let's not talk about that because now we're entering the things that we're trying to fucking.
I just realized we're talking about we don't want political stuff in movies. What's happening? We're turning our podcast into a political stuff. We need to not do that. So
maybe we should have a political show.
No, I'll be bored. I'll fall asleep.
But
I'll literally be like, I don't care.
Yeah, no, I have to agree with that, but at the same time, I think there are a couple of other things that should have gone down that shouldn't have. Now, while we are on the Star Wars realm, I do want to mention quickly too, the Mandalorian visual guide and the novel has been cancelled.
I know, I was very upset by that. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but are you hearing something on my end?
Yep.
Are you hearing my cat?
That's your cat?
That's my cat. It's my old boy. It's my sister's old cat, Kingsley. He likes to whinge and whine. He's outside my door and he wants to come in, but I can't because I'm on a podcast. But yeah, back to what you said. The visual novel has been cancelled, and I'm super upset because I actually wanted to get that visual novel.
I wanted to get the Mandalorian novel.
Did they say why they canceled it?
I got it pre-ordered. I think
that would mean the pre-order would be automatically cancelled now. Hey.
Yep, it's cancelled. Which means money will come back. Pretty much, it's the same as came from Del Rey. The same as DK books. I think it's just a very generic cancellation announcement. It's due to the ever-expanding world of The Mandalorian. We will no longer be publishing The Mandalorian Ultimate Visual Guide at this time as the story continues to unfold on screen. That's coming from DK. This is coming from Delray. Due to the ever-expanding world of The Mandalorian, we will no longer be publishing The Mandalorian original novel at this time as the story continues to unfold on screen. It's pretty much the same. I'm bummed because I was really looking forward to reading.
I really was. I love the visual novels. We do have a viewer, someone that actually joined in. Laura Shaw-Wheaton has officially joined into our podcast. She was late. She was at choir. She was singing.
Cool. Well, welcome, Laura.
Welcome. Should we start singing now?
Nah.
Yeah. I can't. I swear if I sing, I'd probably break my television screen because I'm terrible.
Or you're that good. Or you're that good that you broke the glass.
No, I'm not. Look, if my TV screen breaks, I always so upset because that would mean I have to fork out for another one. I'm like, no, I'm good. Don't want to break it. But anyway, I'm bummed. I actually wanted to get the book because, again, it would have been cool because I would have seen up close screenshots of the armor, the gadgets, the blasters, and be like, this is great for a cosplayer. But the fact that it's got fucking cancelled, now I've got to rely on internet photos and stuff like that, and always annoying.
I have a couple of things that might be the reason why, and they kind of mention it here, is that, it's going to continue to unfold on screen. I think one of the reasons why is that maybe, especially with the novel, maybe it was going to be touching on parts that might not add up to season 3.
Yeah, perhaps. They might even release another one around the time when season 3 gets released.
Yeah, and they might actually release the Ultimate Visual Guide then, or maybe season 3 might be the last.
Oh, I hope not.
And then they will release those books after, and then it's different. So for the novel, or they'll wait until the show finishes. Whenever.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Then they'll release because it's called The Mandalorian Ultimate Visual Guide. Maybe they'll wait until the whole series is done, then release that. And then the Mandalorian novel might release it as a side story once the show's finished. And that way they don't have to connect properly.
100%. I mean, whatever they choose to do when it comes down to how the whole visual novel goes, or in Mandalorian, I really do hope that they release one book, something about it, because I want a visual novel.
They released the art of The Mandalorian, I think season 1.
But I want to see a visual novel of up close. I'm talking nice, high quality photos of some of the props, of the armor, of the vehicles, of some of the wildlife, or anything, or even I want to see more up close shots of Ahsoka's lightsabers in this series, because they're different compared to her ones that she had in Clone Wars. Because it's not the blue sabers, it's her white sabers, and I've always loved those designs. I'm keen to see more. Yeah. I really hope we do get a visual novel when season 3 comes out, because that will make me happy.
Yeah, me too. All right. Do you want to go to our last one, which is the Wild West Dynasty?
Yeah, you showed me this one. I was very interested in this one. This is another one that's actually going to be very interesting. So, it
wasn't a gameplay trailer. This was a cinematic trailer.
This is a cinematic trailer. It's literally you build your own town and you become the mayor of a Wild West town. When it said Dynasty, I was just thinking is it part of Dynasty Warriors? Because I'm that doesn't make sense. But no, it's part of some.
I was wait, series. Is this a prequel to the Dynasty show?
Prequel to Duck Dynasty. Oh, good God. Can you imagine that? Just this is a prequel to Duck Dynasty. I'm oh God, no, don't make it a prequel to Duck Dynasty.
This is a little description, and this is on Steam about it. Planned release is 2022. Wild West Dynasty, cowboys, settlers, and gunslingers. Build your own ranch, provide food and wealth, and soon more settlers will join you in your quest for happiness. Will you manage to build a Wild West dynasty, or will you end up on the gallows? So it's it's kind of like a Animal Crossing type of game, but Wild West.
So I suggest a crossover.
That would be sick.
Like Tom Nook tries to take over as a mob boss and just gets shot out in the street.
No. Tom Nook as the bar owner or the sheriff of town. No, Isabella will be the sheriff.
That'd be absolutely hilarious. No, I also would love if you like Tom Nook just like proposes a new business, he opens a new business and like, hey everybody, welcome to the OK Corral in Tombstone, Arizona. And the OK Corral ends up in one of the worst shit ever. Laura's like, yes! We've always believed Isabel's a sheriff. Yes! That would be so good if they ever did. I mean, come on, they're already doing a Mario crossover. I mean,
I know,
already,
I bought the warp pipes today.
I haven't touched Animal Crossing in ages. I need to do it again. I've been playing with Breath of the Wild. But that's it. No, it's a funny thing, okay? There is actually a song on TikTok. Not on TikTok, on Spotify of it's a mashup between it's a mashup of the Animal Crossing like theme song, like and someone's actually it's in my like songs. I gotta go find it. Hold on. It's in my like songs. I love it. I've listened to it so much. It's one of my favorite songs. It's in my like songs. Give me a second. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where the hell is it? I need to find it. Hang on.
Laura.
I got it. Oh, I got it. Okay, you say your question first.
Laura, what are your thoughts and are you excited on the Snyder Cut and what are you looking forward to? We want to know.
We want to know. Yes. That's fine. I mean a dog.
All right, while we wait for her response.
So I found the song. It's on Spotify. I'm going to send it to you because it's hilarious. It's called Doom Crossing Eternal Horizons.
Right.
I'm not even kidding. I'm going to send it to a messenger and I want you to just have a listen to it because it's such a great song. It'll fucking blow your mind. I need to add it to my likes again because I don't know why, but I unliked it, which is annoying. I got to turn down my volume so I don't make it too loud. Right, there we go. Like, pause, there. So waiting on Laura's response and see what she says. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I'm excited. My thoughts are that it's probably going to be so much better than the original. No, definitely.
That I agree on. It's going to be much better than the original. A lot of people.
Look, I got to show you guys this. All right. Like currently, I am in a Superman craze at the moment.
You've been watching Superman and Lois, and I've only watched like halfway through the second episode.
Yeah. So currently, at the moment, that's my lock screen.
Is it like is it a live wallpaper or is just like it's just a still frame? That's actually
it's just a still. And then if it works properly, maybe I'll bring down my brightness.
Yeah, that might help. That's way too bright. That's way too dark. Okay. Hey, turn everything up. Is that Dark Side?
Yeah, man.
I loved how he looks. Like he doesn't have his armor or anything. It just looks really cool.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Laura, are you excited for Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Now, also, listen. While we're waiting for Laura's response, listen to that song for a minute. It's funny. Don't worry, we're not gonna get sued for copyright or anything like that. It's fine.
I didn't get it. What was it called?
It's called. I sent it to you.
No, didn't get it.
What? Hang on. What the hell?
Yes, and Loki. Yeah,
And
so am I.
Loki. Yes. Oh, I didn't fucking say it. It's called what's it called again? It's called
Found it.
Doom Crossing Eternal Horizons. Just wait. Just wait till it gets into the chorus.
That sounds like so much fun. I'm gonna have to listen to it fully later.
Did you get to
But,
the heavy metal?
yeah.
Part?
Yeah.
It's so good. But no. Oh shit, we forgot about Loki, man. What's that? June that comes out?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. I'm actually interested to see it because it looks so trippy, more trippy than WandaVision because it's based on it's like the time
2012.
management. Yeah. It's
2012
basically
Loki.
2012 Loki, and he literally gets like asked by a time management agency to actually fix all, because what we know is apparently it's all versions of him, and he's got to go and try and stop them.
Yeah.
Which he's got a new costume. It's President Loki, which I'm like, yes, please. It looks so good.
It does. It does. All right. I hate to break it to you, Laura, but we're wrapping up here.
We're all out of topics.
We are
going to have a big weekend planned.
Huge weekend.
We have a big weekend planned.
We are going to do a spoiler, but only on our Spotify, which you'll find next week because we're going to wait and delay the release of it. We'll be doing a spoiler heavy talk and review of the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League.
Yep.
We will be having a non-spoiler and a spoiler live show for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And then Sunday, we will have our regular Sunday show. This was just a special episode. This was a makeup for the cancellation of last week with me due to with me being sick.
Which is not a fun time for you.
No, it really wasn't. It really, really wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
But I was fine on Sunday, and we are in the semifinals for baseball, so that's great.
Yay!
Hopefully, we win this weekend. Then we go to the grand final. But unfortunately, it's a huge drive up to Toowoomba for us. But
it's not that bad. At least you don't have to drive to like Mackay or something like that.
No, but we're going to be up at Toowoomba by 7:30 for pre-warm up. So yeah,
so you have to get up before even the sun comes up, don't you?
Yeah. But anyway, subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Techie Talon Show.
Hey.
You can also follow us on Facebook at the Techie Talon Show for those that are watching us on YouTube or Twitch. Go and follow our Spotify at the Techie Talon Show, and that's where you'll find your exclusive spoiler editions, especially next week's release of the Snyder Cut. The Snyder Cut spoiler tour.
So excited.
Talon, and our Twitter at Talon_show. And follow us on Twitch at the Techie Talon Show. All right, guys, we will see you on Saturday. It's going to be a big weekend. I hope you guys are ready for it.
I don't think I'm ready.
Until then.
I don't think I'm ready. Oh, boy. But better get ready. All right. Let's wrap it up. No worries.
All right.
Thanks, guys. All right.
Well.
All right.
Techie out.
Talon out.
Until then, guys, we'll catch you later.